Welcome to the Bold Goal Crusher podcast for anyone looking to stop letting life get in the way and start crushing bold goals. I'm your host, Sara Mayer, and I'm thrilled to navigate this journey with you because it's time to start boldly achieving without working double time. So let's dive in. Hello, Bold Goal Crushers. I hope you're enjoying your day. Today, we're going to have another real talk conversation. Many of us have not been taught how to set goals or achieve them properly. We are in this world where accomplishing things and checking things off the box and chasing the next thing is normal. And many times, what we set as goals aren't what we really want. They're our boss's desire for us, our spouse, maybe something that we think we need to do because we're at a certain level. Oh, I'm at this level, I must make partner. And so what happens is we have these goals and we're achieving things, but we're not truly satisfied, or we're not really working on what we want for the future or getting us closer to what we want. And there's a disconnect. And so sometimes there comes a point where you decide to change that all up and to make that change. But sometimes it doesn't happen. And so then you lead a life where you're building a life, but you're really not enjoying what you're building. And one of the reasons this happens is sometimes we're setting results instead of goals. So go with me for a minute. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a world champion equestrian. And that sounds like a big, bold goal. And it was, because I didn't have a horse. I didn't have money, and I lived in the suburbs of Chicago, which there's not a lot of horse people around there. Anyway, there is, but they're not riding horses in the middle of the city. So I had this goal of becoming a world champion equestrian, but it wasn't really a goal. It was a result. So what the goal should have been was to become an accomplished equestrian and compete at the World Championship Horse Show. And do you know why? Because I didn't control two things in my goal. The first is when I get to the horse show, there are 3 judges or sometimes more that get to decide whether they like my performance or not. And it's very subjective. Yes, they have some criteria they need to look at. But if they didn't like my black horse, or they didn't like the way I looked, or they just preferred aesthetically another color horse, that could be a reason I didn't win. I also didn't control the other 18 or 20 riders and horses that were in the ring. And I also didn't control how my horse felt on that day. The goal was to win a title at the World Championship Horse Show, but that really shouldn't have been the goal. That was a result of the goal of becoming an accomplished equestrian and competing at the World Championship Horse Show. And that is the celebration and the goal. And the result of achieving this, all the hard work that went into it was So I was able to win at the World Championship Horse Show, and that's great. But many times that doesn't. So I'll use another example that you might be able to relate to. A lot of people set a weight loss goal. I want to be XYZ weight by this day. And that's really a result. Goal should be to be healthy. And in order to do that, I'm going to work out this many times a week, and I'm going to follow this meal plan. And the result is you will lose weight. When we set results as goals, we set ourselves up to be disappointed, to feel deflated and discouraged because we're working so hard and we're not achieving the goal. We're not getting the result. And that's what makes it where we stop or we procrastinate, because why are we doing all this work? So if we reframe what our goal is, the goal is to be healthy. The goal is to be an accomplished equestrian competing at the World Championship Horse Show. The goal is something that is different than the result you're going to get from the goal. For example, another one, I want to become a best-selling author. People don't even know how to get on the bestseller list sometimes. So how about I want to publish a book and I want to launch it to the biggest possible audience ever. And the result, maybe you end up on that. So stop setting results as goals. It's a different way to think about it, but it does help you to continue to move forward with your progress. And when you get to the destination, you can be more satisfied and happy that you are able to actually set and crush your goals. All right. I know this is a shorty one, but it was time for some real talk. Have a great day, bold goal crushers. It's time to get out there and crush your goals and everything that gets in the way.